श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदातिङ्कं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथनीतं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदं सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So Hare Krishna, all honorable devotees in this congregation. It is definitely my privilege and opportunity to be part in presence of His Grace Amayi Prabhu, Pankajana Prabhu, Acharya Ratna Prabhu, Pranavallabh Prabhu, and other elevated devotees, and you all who are also devotees of this institution. At the outset, I welcome you to this auspicious program that had been organized under the leadership of His Grace Amayi Prabhu by Pankajana Prabhu. So, first of all, I welcome all to this occasion, and I wish you all happy Krishna conscious prosperous New Year. We had already passed over a period of around 89 days. Still, how will be blissful, how will be pleasurable, that I wish in the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. In fact, we all are pleasurable because we are eternally souls. Mame Bangsa Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Lord Krishna had emphatically propounded in the golden literature of Bhagavad Gita that we are eternally souls. Because we have assumed and presumed that we are bodies, we are rotting in this material existence, life after life. How to solve this greatest catastrophe, means the greatest problem? That is the very greatest problem of all of us. That everybody is silent. They are not finding any solution or panacea to this greatest problem. We are suffering life after life. This material existence is a platform of suffering. Because itself it had been configured by the Lord in its very nature that matter is always miserable. It is destroyable, it is miserable. Spirit is always pleasurable. We have to transform to one stage to another. That is the mission of Srila Prabhupada and this Krishna conscious movement. It cannot be possible by our own personal endeavors. It is impossible. They who are empowered by the Lord, they can transform us. It is not because of by our own endeavors. It is quite impossible. So, Srila Prabhupada, none else than he, the greatest personality, Srila Prabhupada, he had expressed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are two categories of living beings, Nitya Mukta and Nitya Siddha. Nitya Siddhas are always in engagement of the loving service of Krishna, whereas the Nitya Badhas are always engaged in different material activities in the material world. So that is the difference. But all have the same qualities because of their option and selection. One is suffering in this miserable and distressful material planet. Srila Prabhupada appeared on the auspicious occasion of Nandoshav, Srila Prabhupada appeared. Srila Prabhupada, on the whenever Nandoshav was organized by Nanda Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada appeared on a very auspicious day. See, when Lord Krishna appeared, the next day, Srila Prabhupada appeared in this material world. Whenever he was 5 years old, like Prahlad Maharaj, he was doing small Rathatra by pulling carts of Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra. Only 5 years old. So it must be followed by us that Kumar Acharita Pragyam Dharman Bhagavatan here. Whenever we are in early age, it is an intelligent act to follow this Krishna consciousness. It is the proposition of Prahlad Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada exactly did that. Thereafter, he obtained the certificate of graduation from Scottish Church College in Kolkata. Studied well in English literature, was very highly qualified. Initially, he had no interest to go to school because mother was desiring to be a British lawyer and father was desiring to be Krishna devotee, to be Krishna conscious devotee. Which option is better? To be devotee of Lord Krishna or to be a British lawyer? So there was a quarrel between Rajinde and Gauramande, father, mother, what our son will be. But Gauramohan's desire was fulfilled. Father's desire was, my son will be a devotee, that everybody will remember him, will deliver these souls in this material planet. They were suffering life after life. Thereafter, he met Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, the very, very tremendous, powerful, elegant sannyas by that time of Gaudiya Vaishnava. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati in the year 1922. Tadvidi Pranipadana Pariprasna Seva. One has to attain knowledge, one has to gain knowledge from the proper source, from the disciplic succession. That is the injunction of all the scriptures. If we will crystallize and churn all the scriptures, this is the conclusion. It cannot be spontaneously and incidentally acquired by a living being. The disciplic succession is very, very predominant. And it is the only way by which we can attain knowledge. Tasmad Gurung Prapadya Jigyansu Sreya Uttamam. So one can attain knowledge through the disciplic succession. So he did that. Only once he met Bhakti Siddhanta. Next, 1932 or 33, that 32, 33, he was initiated. His name was Abhay Charnar Binda. Abhay Charnar Binda. Initially he was Nandulal. Nandulal, his name was Nandulal. He was earlier called, his uncle had given Nandulal. Father had given Abhay Charan. He became Abhay Charnar Binda in the process of initiation. In the year 1944, he just published Godhead magazine in Chipwad temple. By that time he was staying in Delhi. That because he had interest to distribute the knowledge of Krishna over the whole world. That was his determination. Because his spiritual master had instructed to preach Krishna consciousness in the Western world, to illuminate the darkest region of our globe, that is the Western world. They are opulent, highly beautiful, highly qualified, but they are dull in Krishna consciousness. What is the important component of human life and civilization? That was his dream, according to the instruction given by his spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. So gradually he proceeded. He just accumulated knowledge, he gained what to do, how to preach Krishna consciousness is a very, very difficult task. Intercepted by series of difficulties and impediments. Still he stood because he had unalloyed faith and conviction under the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. How to execute, how to perpetuate the instruction of my spiritual master. So, 1950, joined Varnashram institution, detached from Grihasthashram partly, Thereafter became sannyasi in 1959. Srila Prabhupada went to Radha Damodar temple to practice. First practice, thereafter preach. Our mission is under the instruction of Srila Prabhupada, that means we have to practice fast. Everyone has to be fast Krishna consciousness. Thereafter, they will preach Krishna consciousness. Without practice, the meaning of preaching is senseless. People, there are many different philosophers are there in society. They are saying something, but they are doing something. Smoking cigarette, instructing others to forbid or to prohibit cigarette is merely a joke. It has no meaning. Here we are practicing, then we are preaching. So these two P's are very important, practice and preach, that we are following from Srila Prabhupada's life. See, practice in Radha Damodar temple, just wrote 3 volumes of Bhagavatam, first canto, second canto, third canto. That was his wealth. Vedic wisdom he accumulated, he collected, because he had the eligibility and ability. Because his intense desire to satisfy his spiritual master was his only determination. So he has to practice Krishna consciousness. Around the temple, Rup Goswami is there. He is Swarup of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Exactly, the Swarup. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had inducted into him the entire Vedic knowledge, Rup Sanatana. So he was there. So Srila Prabhupada, 3 canto Bhagavatam, then 40 rupees. He had only 40 rupees. Okay, there is another statement also, no rupee. He had given it to his son. Okay, anyway, with that property, he prepared to go to United States. Then Jaldut Jahaj, Morarji Desai Sindhya Company. In that Jaldut Jahaj 30 days journey. 2 times heart stroke, hard stroke, heart stroke. Physicians are saying that those degrees of heart stroke was so severe that a normal human being cannot survive. Typhoid, afflicted with typhoid, measles, other diseases. Srila Prabhupada is moving towards United States to deliver the Western world and ourselves also. Because that was the instruction of spiritual master, but it is his vision to purify the entire globe by preaching the message of Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is the highest Vedic wisdom. It is the cream, it is the jewel, it is the gem of all Vedic science. Without one being Krishna conscious, life is mandanam lokranjanam, paribhakti suddhodaya. So only by decorating flowers or dead body, decorating flowers or dead body decorated by flowers, what will it signify? Meaningless. It is to show others that yes, something is being done. Similarly, without Krishna consciousness, life has no meaning. Approximately, we all are dead animals. Going to United States, 1965, the difficulties. He had never imagined to reside in house of Sali Agrawal and Gopal Agrawal, to just cook there, to maintain and nourish their children. Was it the expectation? And can anybody expect from Srila Prabhupada? He had never been neglected by his parents. Even at least they were not so highly aristocrat, but still they do not have any scarcities. Going to others' house, staying there, washing, cleaning their utensils, maintaining and nourishing children. It is unimaginable. See, what the dream of Srila Prabhupada, only to fructify, only to justify the determination that how I will fulfill the instruction of my spiritual master to preach Krishna consciousness in English. I am sorry I am speaking in English because Srila Prabhupada stated, so I am speaking in English. Okay, anyway, please excuse me, there are certain dislocations or communications. But because we see this is a token of respect towards Srila Prabhupada, because he had started speaking in English, so we are speaking in English. So 65, 66, he projected erected a beautiful society, ISKCON society. Jai ISKCON society ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki,
Joy.
United States, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. To eradicate or to obviate any future complications that anybody may call anyone Lord, so directly gave the name Krishna. No substitute. The name itself is very beautiful. Krishna means Krishna. If we will cultivate the name, enormous, immeasurable pleasure will automatically flow. He is all attractive. The name itself is itself distinguished. No need to explain the name Krishna. So the Krishna, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. This is the spiritual world. This is the spiritual world he imported from Golok Vrindavan. It is the endeavor of Srila Prabhupada. He created the spiritual world. Now see how many people are becoming happy and blissful. We are really pleasurable, blissful. Unfortunately, we are suffering. If you know the secret and trick, definitely we will be happy. So that Srila Prabhupada and under Srila Prabhupada revolutionized. That Srila Prabhupada institutionalized in the whole world. Thereafter we came to know that yes, this is a beautiful institution. Every living being should take shelter under the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada Maharaj. Ramapad Goswami Maharaj, he had taken shelter under his lotus feet. His direct disciple, he is highly elevated and very devout scholar in Vedic wisdom because they have been given the blessings and mercy of Srila Prabhupada. In fact, Lord has given two important potencies to his devotees, which is to pure devotees. As our Balakrishna Prabhu was saying, Lord has three potencies: Ladin, Sandin, Sambit. Sandin is the existential, Lord does not give to devotees. Because if you will give that potency to devotees, devotee will be in trouble. To maintain others, for maintenance, existence, does not give that. See, Lord Krishna is so compassionate. But he gives to other potencies, that is Ladini and Sambit to his devotees. Exactly the quantity, the amount, the intensity of those potencies directly gives to his devotees, pure devotees. It is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I had no knowledge about the text, but whenever I was reading, I just became very ecstatic. So he directly gives these two potencies to his devotees. So Ramapad Swami Maharaj had been endowed with those two potencies, as Srila Prabhupada had been gifted, benedicted by those two potencies. So that is flowing in the disciple succession. They who will take shelter under a bona fide spiritual master, they who have acquired these two potencies from the Lord, definitely they will deliver those two potencies in this disciplic success. That is very common phenomenon. As the river is flowing towards the Ganges, the stream of water is flowing towards the Ganges. Similarly, this potency flows. Our process is disciplic succession. Our top to bottom, not bottom to top. In contrast to our scientific understanding, scientists say that yes, we are powerful, we are the living beings, we are equally powerful like the Lord, and we can invent and we can propose any conception. That is completely wrong. So Srila Prabhupada, in order to dominate, in order to diminish their so-called views, Srila Prabhupada selected Dr. T.D. Singh Maharaj, Damodar Swami Maharaj, Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Maharaj. He was international scientist. He had studied matter well, because he was not satisfied. They who are studying matter should never conclude that they will be pleasurable or blissful. Impossible. Matter life is itself miserable. Despite all our plans and proposals, we cannot be happy. As a fish cannot be happy in water. Impossible. Yeah? Outside water, I'm sorry. Fish cannot be happy outside water. If a fish will be taken away from water and will be kept on land, will not be happy. Will you be happy? ମାଛଟା ପାଣି ଭିତରେ ପାଣିରୁ ବାହାର କରିଦେଲେ ଖୁସି ହେବ କି? ଖୁସି ହେବ ନାହିଁ। ସିମିଲାରଲି we cannot be happy in this mental planet unless we take shelter in the spiritual world. They who are joining Krishna consciousness, this movement enacted by Srila Prabhupada, they are directly joining the spiritual world. Although they are here, they are apparently looking that they are here, but they are in the spiritual world. Because Srila Prabhupada enacted, see, Vigraha Bhagavan, Nam Bhagavan. Nam is non-different from Krishna. ଆମର ସେଇଟା ଗଭୀର ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ହେଉନି, କିନ୍ତୁ ଏହା ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଫିକ୍। ନାମ ଆଉ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ କିଛି ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ନାହିଁ। ହନୁମାନଜୀ ପ୍ରୁଭ୍ କଲେ। ଶ୍ରୀରାମ କହିକିରି ସେ ମହାକାଶ ଯାତ୍ରୀ ହେଇଯାଉଥିଲେ। ଶ୍ରୀରାମ ରାମକୁ ଦର୍ଶନ କରୁଥିଲେ, ସେତିକି ଫଳ ମିଳୁନଥିଲା। ପ୍ରଭୁପାଦ ମହାରାଜ ସବୁ ବେଦିକ ଲିଟରେଚରକୁ କ୍ରିଷ୍ଟାଲାଇଜ୍ କରିକିରି ଏଇ ତଥ୍ୟକୁ ଆବିଷ୍କାର କଲେ। ତାହା ଶାସ୍ତ୍ରରେ ଥିଲା, କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ ତାର ସନ୍ଧାନ ପାଉନଥିଲେ। ପ୍ରଭୁପାଦ ମହାରାଜ ତାକୁ ଆବିଷ୍କାର କରି ସମସ୍ତ ଶାସ୍ତ୍ରକୁ କ୍ରିଷ୍ଟାଲାଇଜ୍ କରି ଏହି ସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତରେ ପହଞ୍ଚିଲେ। ନାମ ନନ୍ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଫ୍ରମ୍ କୃଷ୍ଣ। ବିଗ୍ରହ ଭଗବାନ, ନାମ ଭଗବାନ ଯଦି ବିଚାର କରାଯାଏ, ଦୁଇ ଜଣ ସମାନ, କିନ୍ତୁ ନାମ ଭଗବାନ ଶ୍ରେଷ୍ଠ। କାରଣ ନାମ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଅପରାଧର ମାତ୍ରା ନଥାଏ। ବିଗ୍ରହ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ କିଛି କିଛି ଅପରାଧ ହେଇଯାଏ। ତାପରେ ବିଗ୍ରହ ଭଗବାନ ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲ ବଡ଼ିରେ ତିଆରି, ଯଦିଓ ସ୍ପିରିଚୁଆଲ ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲ କନଷ୍ଟିଟ୍ୟୁଏଣ୍ଟସରେ ପ୍ରସ୍ତୁତ ହୋଇଛନ୍ତି। କିନ୍ତୁ ନାମ ଭଗବାନ ଗୋଲେଖର ପ୍ରେମବନ୍ଧନ ହରିନାମ ସଂକୀର୍ତ୍ତନ ଇଟ୍ ସେଲ୍ଫ, it had been collected, it had been imported from the spiritual world. ତାକୁ ଚୈତନ୍ୟ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁ ଛଡ଼େଇକି ନେଇ ଆସିଥିଲେ, ନେଇକି ଛାଡ଼ି ଦେଇକି ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି। କୃଷ୍ଣ ଚାଲିଗଲା ପରେ ଧର୍ମ ଆଉ ଜ୍ଞାନକୁ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ନେଇକି ପଳେଇଲେ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଚୈତନ୍ୟ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁ ଆକୁ ଦେଇକି ପଳେଇଲେ। ଏଠି ଆମ ପାଖରେ ରଖିଦେଇଗଲେ ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ହୋଲି ନେମ୍ ନାମ ଭଗବାନ ବିଗ୍ରହ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ଶ୍ରେଷ୍ଠ। ତେଣୁ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ନାମ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ଆଶ୍ରୟ ନେଉଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ଭାଗ୍ୟବାନ, ସୌଭାଗ୍ୟବାନ। ଏଇ ସୌଭାଗ୍ୟକୁ ପ୍ରଭୁପାଦ ମହାରାଜ ଜବରଦସ୍ତ ଆମକୁ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି। ଆମ ମନରେ କି ସନ୍ଦେହ ସୃଷ୍ଟି ପାରେ, ଆମେ କାହିଁକି ଆଶ୍ରୟ ନେବା, କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ ନେବା? ସନାତନ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀ, ସନାତନ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀ ପ୍ରଧାନମନ୍ତ୍ରୀ ନବାବ ବଙ୍ଗଳା, ପଶ୍ଚିମ ବଙ୍ଗଳା ନବାବ ହୋସେନଙ୍କ ଦରବାରର ପ୍ରଧାନମନ୍ତ୍ରୀ ପଦରେ ଅଭିଷିକ୍ତ ସାରସ୍ୱତ କୁଲିନ ବ୍ରାହ୍ମଣ ଚୈତନ୍ୟ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କୁ ଦର୍ଶନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି। ପଚାରୁଛନ୍ତି, କେନ ଆମାୟ ଯାରେ ତାପତ୍ରୟ ନାହିଁ ଜାନି କେମନ ହିତ ହୟ। ଇଟ୍ସ ଏ ଭେରି ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍। ଏଥିରେ ସବୁ ରହିଲା। ହ୍ୱାଟ୍, ହୁ ଆଉ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ ଭିତରେ କିଛି ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ନାହିଁ। ହୁ ଆଣ୍ଡ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍, who am I, what am I, same thing. knowledge, ମୁଁ କିଏ? ପୁଣି ପଚାରୁଛନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ କାହିଁକି ଭୌତିକ ଜଗତରେ କଷ୍ଟ ପାଉଛି? why I am suffering. କଷ୍ଟ ପାଇବାର ସମାଧାନର ଉପାୟ କ'ଣ? how, who, what, how, why। ଏଇ ତିନିଟା ଏଇ ତିନିଟି ପ୍ରଶ୍ନରେ ସବୁର ଉତ୍ତର ଅଛି। ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ୍ କନଷ୍ଟିଟ୍ୟୁସନାଲି ଭେରି ଭେରି ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ। ଆମେ ପଚାରିବା ଦରକାର, ଆମେ କିଏ? ହୁ am I? I'm an eternal soul. Yes, I have relationship with the Supreme Soul. There is the Lord. How I will establish that relationship? How? The question is how is arising. Yes, by bhakti. And why I will secure bhakti? Because I will be blissful. I will serve Krishna and I will be blissful. এই তিনিটা প্রশ্ন এই জায়গায় সনাতন গোস্বামী চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু পচাରୁଛନ୍ତି। who, what, how, why। ଏ ହେଉଛି ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ ନଲେଜ। ଏସବୁରେ ସବୁର ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଆମେ ପାଇଯିବା। ତେଣୁ ଆମେ ଜୀବ, ଆମେ ପେରିସେବୁଲ, ଆମେ ନଷ୍ଟ ହେଇଯିବା, ଭୌତିକ ଜଗତରେ ଅଧିକ ସମୟ ରହିବାର ନାହିଁ। ଏଭଳି ଭଗବାନ ବି କହୁଛନ୍ତି, ମୋରି ଜଗତ, ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ବହିରଙ୍ଗା ଶକ୍ତି ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର, ଏଠି ଯେଉଁ ଜୀବ ଆସିବ ଚାଲିଯିବ, ଗୋଟେ ଡଷ୍ଟ ପାର୍ଟିକିଲ୍ ବି ନେଇପାରିବନି। ଗୋଟିଏ ଡଷ୍ଟ ପାର୍ଟିକିଲ୍ ଆପଣମାନେ ଯାହା ଅର୍ଜନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଯାହା ସମ୍ପତ୍ତି, ଯାହା ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠା, ଯାହା ବି ଅର୍ଜନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସବୁ ସରିଯିବ, ଏଇଠି ରହିଯିବ ଗୋଟେ। ସୋ ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଟେମ୍ପୋରାରୀ। ତେଣୁ କିଛି ନେବାର ନାହିଁ। ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ଏକ୍ସଟର୍ନାଲ ଏନର୍ଜି ଆମକୁ ସ୍ପିରିଚୁଆଲ ୱାର୍ଲଡ, ଯେଉଁ ନିତ୍ୟ ସ୍ଥାନ, ଆମେ ଯେଉଁ ନିତ୍ୟ ସ୍ଥାନ ଆମକୁ ଫେରିଯିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ। ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଓନ୍ଲି ପସିବୁଲ୍ by practicing this Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means bhakti, devotional service, loving devotional service towards Krishna. And one will be definitely happy one will be definitely eternally blissful because Lord will reciprocate our services. भगवान को सेवा कले भगवान को पाखरु आनंद प्रवाहित हो स्वाभाविक भाव में आनंद प्रवाहित हम जो मैंने सेवा कर अधिक आनंद पाँच कृष्ण भी वास्तव में ईर्षापरायण हो जाती अरे एत आनंद मुझे पाऊनी देखो भगवान सिचुएशन तेणु भक्त से भगवान बहुत ग्लोरीफाए करती आमर इम्पर्सनाल कनसेप्शन नुह आम गोटे कौन लीन हो आमर सत्ता को आम हजेदेवा आम सेवा करवा भगवान आमको बड़ करदे यशोदा माँ को भगवान माँ डाकिले वसुदेव को बापा डाकिले भगवान से भगवान अधिक कर दौरान ये हूँ भगवान भगवान यह हूँ भगवान स्वतंत्र कृपा भगवान ही से सनातन गोस्वामी को भगवान गोड़ को पाद को आंसी दौरान सनातन गोस्वामी कहते भगवान मत आप स्पर्श करते मुझे अपवित्र हो सनातन गोस्वामी भगवान कहते मु तुमको स्पर्श कर पवित्र हाँपाई आश्चर्य चकित कथा सुदाम विप्र को भगवान आरती करें सकाल मंगल आरती करे संसार दावा नल लड़े लिख से सुदामा विप्र को भगवान आरती कर रुक्मिणी सत्यभामा आरती थाल आण मु आरती करी सो दिस इज लॉर्ड कृष्ण एक्सेप्शनली ब्यूटीफुल एंड ग्लोरियस मैग्नानिमस तेणु तांकर सेवा कले वास्तव में जीव स्वाभाविक भाव परफेक्ट हो आनंद प्राप्त हम ये संप्रदाय आम समस्त आश्रय दरकार सो हिज ग्रेस अमय प्रभु ये योजना बलवत्तर रही आम समस्त सहयोग कोऑपरेशन आ समस्त जहाँ 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 पार्शियल सब्सटेंशियल कंट्रीब्यूशन रही प्रतिवर्ष प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज करा पंकज नाथ प्रभु यही प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज करिसेंती से प्रोग्राम रिपीटेडली ऑर्गेनाइज होगापी मेसेज रोचे तेणु कंटिन्यूअसली एंड कन्स्टांटली प्रोग्राम हो प्रोग्राम माध्यम ये शुद्ध भक्त मान आम आसोसिएशन प्राप्त हो पार फलतः श्रील प्रभुपाद सागर युक्त हो पार कारण ये माध्यम प्रभुपाद सागर युक्त हो पार सीधा सड़क ही प्रभुपाद युक्त होवार सौभाग्य ना कारण से डायरेक्टली प्रभुपाद जोड़ी थे आज से डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर एका प्रभुपाद कृपा आम से परंपरार आश्रय ने आम जीवन वास्तव में चरितार्थ हो साफल्य मंडित हो धन्यवाद हरे कृष्ण।